Hi everyone, welcome to the special, very exclusive first video of this category. What we're going to do today is we're going to cover several topics for your admission exams just as you expected. So first of all, please excuse me because I'm not really prepared. This is really just a tutorial for you, for me as well, my new experience. So I have written down some topics that I would like to cover today. And as you can see, I'm going to be using this awesome program, and I'm pretty sure that that's really all we need. So the topics, I'm just going to write you the list of the things that we're going to cover here. You see, I'm really good with this. Check this out. So first of all, there are. I'm pretty sure most of you already know what this is. Number 2 is the preposition at the end of a question. I'm pretty sure you know what that is as well. We're going to get there very soon. Third one is word order. This is super easy. We're still going to cover that. And the last one we're going to do today is tag question. You see the speed of chatting, of typing. Wow, supersonic speed. All right, these 4 things. So sit back, enjoy. We're going to talk about it at first, and then I'm pretty sure I will provide you with some additional exercises and explanations as well. Okay, so let's get going. There are. I'm pretty sure you know what that is. Can anyone tell me what that is? Can you tell me what that is? All right, almost. There are. It's pretty tricky because as you can see, it consists of 2 words, there is or there are, but in reality we translate it only as 1 word. Je or su. In the picture, please note that, in the picture, there are some flowers. All right, now normally you don't really translate this na obrázku tam sú kvety, right? That's na obrázku sú kvety. Still, you have to go with the form there are or respectively there is. It's up to you. There is a man walking down the street. There is a man walking down the street. All right, you can start sentence perfectly with it, and it's really great. Okay, so for us, 2 words. In Slovak translation, only 1 word. Remember that. There's nothing really too much to say about this. Okay, there are. The question, preposition at the end of a question. Now, I'm just going to write you an example. Where are you from? This from is what we're going to talk about. Look, you see the graphics? That's what I do. So where are you from? What we did here is that we basically put the preposition at the end of the question. Whilst in Slovak, for example, you usually start with preposition odkiaľ si. In English, not at all. It works like this with practically every preposition that you can possibly think of. Who are you talking to? To is preposition. Wow. There you have it at the end. We can Carry on. What are you talking about? Oh wow, about is a preposition. Guess what? All right, so as you can see, the only thing you really need to understand is that there is a huge difference between Slovak and English, and especially it's pretty much the opposite. The beginning in Slovak, the end in English. It's not really something that you have no idea about. It sounds really terrible if you just start the sentence with it. Oh, at what are you looking? You know, if you say it like that, at what are you looking? This is really, really weird. What are you looking at? Easy. This is no way to go. What are you looking at? All right. That's pretty much all to this one. You see how fast this goes? I mean, I'm pretty sure if you keep up this tempo in about 2 years, you can probably pass the exams. Anyway, the third one. Word order. This is something I've been talking a lot lately at school especially, but it doesn't matter. We can do it again. Word order of a sentence, which means sentence elements and their positioning within the sentence. Of course, first of all, we got subject, verb, object, manner, place, and time. These three are super important because those are usually the ones that you can find in every sentence. And this is just adverbs of manner, place, and time. As you can see, time is always the last, place is just before that. Every sentence in English needs to have subject, definitely. The only sentence which don't, or I can think of right now, the type of sentence which don't is the commands. Do this, open the window. It's only verb plus object because you are assuming that you are, you know, telling someone to do it, usually, especially the second person. Okay. In terms of questions or negatives, it's very individual and it depends on your tense, which means it depends on verb. So whatever the form of the verb is, you will have to choose the proper grammar for the questions, right? Okay, so this was nothing hard really in here. Let me think, what else can I say? Nothing. We will talk about this in the future. My mouse doesn't really work, so excuse me, this is getting really ridiculous. And tag questions are the last one today. Tag questions. I'm pretty sure you heard this. Maybe you don't know it by the name, but you know certainly what this is. You know him, don't you? This is the tag. So what this does, it gives you the kind of idea of, when you reflect it at Slovak, you can tell, že, nie? And so on, poznáš ho, nie? Very useful, it shows your level, a certain level of skills right here, that's for sure. And I strongly suggest you use it in your daily speaking because it really gives the idea of that you know what's up. How does that even work? So we have this, you know him, don't you? Now, first of all, what you need to do is look at the verb. So for us, verb is right here. Not auxiliary, nothing, very regular verb. It has no power, it's just very weak. That's why, just like in question, you have to use do you know him and so on and so on. That's why you will have to use do as an auxiliary verb in the tag question. Now, first of all, you have to look at the verb. The second of all, you need to look at the plurality. Polarity, that's the word. Plus or minus. This one, you know, it's plus. That means that here it's got to be minus. If you go the other way around, You don't know him. You don't know him. Now we have to switch the polarity and you have to go to positive. Do you? Now what happens if you have some other type of verbs, such as modal verbs? Modal verbs, very strong ones. You can swim. This is positive, as you can see, can. So now we have to switch to negative. Can't you? Can is very strong, it doesn't need help, so we can just copy it. Auxiliary verbs, for sure. You haven't seen it. This is negative, very strong word. Have you? Okay, so two things we need to look at. The first one, what type of verb it is. Second one, the polarity. The positive needs to go to negative and negative needs to go to positive, right? So there are some of these verbs which don't require help of do or does or did and so on and so on. Just like, you know, all the auxiliary verbs. So to be, definitely, have if it's present perfect, had if it's present perfect, modal verbs, for sure, should, could, and so on and so on, would, yeah, also will. So these are pretty much the verbs which you don't really use do or don't in questions. Okay, so if you want to simplify it, just simplify it like this. Okay, so I guess that will be pretty much all to this. If you have any questions about this, just ask. Feel free to ask. Write me in the comments down below. I do it all for subs. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Wait, let me write some more. I am, oh wait, it's really stupid. She is here. Is, you have to go negative now. Isn't she? Right. So first of all, verb type, it needs to be the same. If it cannot be, you have to help yourself with do or don't. Second of all, positive goes to negative, negative goes to positive. One more very important thing is the intonation. Now, it's still a question, right? You can see that there is a question mark at the end. But guess what? I pulled a sneaky on here. The intonation actually goes the other way. It goes from top to bottom. Let me demonstrate. Goes like this. You know him, don't you? Don't you? You don't say, you know him, don't you? You see? You know him, don't you? It's still question, the intonation goes down. It's decreasing. Unlike normal question, which you go, do you know him? Here, don't you? Okay? Good. So I'll probably carry on doing these videos for different topics. Really, we have to cover it all, and probably we'll have to get from the start, you know. I'm not really sure about the term or anything, what the future brings, but trust me, together we can make it. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, peace out.